Hey folks, Kerry here. It's been a while since I've made a video, but I've got a subject that I want to do something on, and this is going to be very preliminary. My thoughts aren't really organized on this yet, but I just wanted to get this started, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of feedback, and then that'll give me an idea of where to go for a follow-up video. That'll be a little better than this one, but the subject of this, let's call it the bullshit filter. Excuse the language, but well, I do my sidewalk astronomy show in Waikiki, and I get a lot of questions, and I enjoy answering people's questions about science and about the planets and the universe and stuff like that. But I get a lot of crazy questions. Like last year, I got a lot of questions about Planet X and Nibiru and the planets aligning. And I get a lot of people that ask me about UFOs and just all kinds of crazy stuff. A lot of these things, I can tell that the people are talking about things that they've seen, like on YouTube videos, like the one that I've got pulled up on the screen here that says NASA confirms contact with Planet X / Nibiru. And if you watch the video, it actually does not say that in the video, but it's just one example. There's tons of them that you get linked along with it. Top secret NASA files, Nibiru, just all kinds of crazy stuff. And so what I wanted to talk about is your need to have a bullshit filter. There's a lot of stuff out there. Just about anybody can post something on YouTube and make it look nice, and it doesn't mean it's real. So for your bullshit filter, you basically just need to have a basic understanding of how things work. And some of these videos, you can watch it, and at first you're like, okay, that sounds interesting. Let's play along and see where it goes. And then you hear them state something that's just blatantly wrong, and you're like, okay, well, maybe they made a mistake, and you keep watching, and then you get repeated just very wrong facts stated one after another. And after a while, it's like, okay, this person obviously doesn't know what they're talking about. This video is bullshit. Or some of them, they're very believable if you don't have a basic understanding of how things work. So that's your first defense in installing your bullshit filter, is just having an idea of how things work and a way of thinking where you can skeptically analyze what's being said and what's being shown, so that you can pick it apart and say, okay, is this possible or likely even? And so there's a lot of videos on YouTube where you can learn a lot about science or whatever it is that you're interested in. But you just need to be careful of which ones you believe. So, I don't know. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I'm actually learning a lot about some of the things that I'm interested in. But of course, there's always going to be videos alongside that are just totally wrong. And I don't know why it's so much easier for me to look at those videos and say, okay, that's obviously wrong, where someone else would watch that video and then just totally believe it. Maybe it's because I've been interested in science all my life, and I have a general understanding of how things work, and so it's maybe a little easier for me to set aside those things that are just obviously wrong. So I guess education, just knowing a little bit about physical science and how things work to help you install your bullshit filter.